Hey everyone, this is Al Shabaka 24. The UK Supreme Court made a big decision. They ruled on what woman means legally. The court said it means someone who is biologically female. This is a big deal for transgender people in the UK. It changes how the law sees gender. The ruling has made a lot of people very happy and a lot of people very upset. This decision impacts many parts of life in the UK. It affects who can use what bathroom. It affects who can stay in certain hospital wards. It even changes who can join some groups. This is a big change and people are still figuring out what it means. The court's decision is based on the Equality Act of 2010. This law is supposed to protect everyone from discrimination, but it has been hard to decide how it applies to transgender people. This new ruling tries to make things clearer. The court's decision is just the beginning. Now people have to figure out how to apply it in everyday life. This is going to be a long and difficult process. The UK Supreme Court ruling has thrown single-sex spaces into the spotlight. The ruling says that these spaces, like changing rooms and hospital wards, can be reserved for biological women only. This means transgender women who identify as female but were born male may be excluded. This part of the ruling has caused the most controversy. Some people say it's necessary to protect the safety and privacy of women. Others argue that it discriminates against transgender people and violates their rights. The ruling doesn't offer specific guidelines for every situation. It doesn't say, for example, whether transgender women can be banned from all women's restrooms or just some. This lack of clarity has led to confusion and concern. For now, it's up to individual organizations to decide how to apply the ruling. Some might choose to be more inclusive than others. This could lead to inconsistencies across the UK with different rules in different places. The Supreme Court's ruling has divided public opinion. Some groups are celebrating it as a victory for women's rights. They say it protects the rights of biological women in single-sex spaces. Others are condemning the ruling as discriminatory and harmful to transgender people. Organizations like the Women's Rights Network have praised the ruling. They say it reaffirms the importance of biological sex in law. They argue that the ruling is necessary to protect women's safety and privacy. On the other hand, LGBTQ+ advocacy groups like Stonewall have expressed deep disappointment. They argue that the ruling creates a two-tier system that marginalizes transgender people. They're concerned that it will lead to increased discrimination and violence against transgender individuals. The debate is far from over. The ruling has sparked a national conversation about gender identity and the law. It's a complex issue with strong feelings on both sides. The debate over transgender rights and the definition of woman is not new. It's been a contentious issue in the UK for years. Several high-profile cases have brought the issue to the forefront of public consciousness. One landmark case involved Maya Forstater, who lost her job after tweeting that biological sex is immutable. She sued for discrimination and won, with the court ruling that her belief was protected under the Equality Act. Another significant case involved Keira Bell, who transitioned to female as a teenager, but later regretted it. She sued the NHS, arguing that she was too young to consent to the treatment. The court ruled in her favor, leading to a review of gender identity services for young people. These cases, and the recent Supreme Court ruling, highlight the complexities of navigating gender identity in law and society. The debate is likely to continue, as the UK grapples with these challenging issues.